Hello, my darlings. Welcome back to a new pick a card reading. Today, we're going to get you clarity on what your person is thinking about you and this connection today. Now, this can be your twin flame, your soulmate, your beloved, your crush. We're going to go in deep and see what it is that is actually on their mind, especially if you have noticed that they have a hard time communicating, what they're thinking and feeling. So if you're new to this channel, I am Dr. V. Welcome. It is so good to have you here. Welcome to the new subscribers, as well as to all of you who are already part of the Live Tarot family. I so love and appreciate all of you. So today we have three really sweet options here. We have the Stag Spirit, the Starfish Spirit, and the Swan Spirit. So I'm going to show you each of these cards. We're going to read what is on them. If you would like to close your eyes, take a deep breath, see which of these you feel most intuitively guided to. You can pick 1, 2, or 3, or you can pick all of them and take the messages that resonate for you and your situation. So please do be gentle with yourself. This is a general reading. Not everything may resonate for you. But if you'd like to have specific guidance on your unique journey with your partner, you can have a personal reading with me, and the link to that is in the box below. All right, let's get right into your choices. So for our beautiful group 1, we have the Stag Spirit, Take the Lead. For group number 2, we have Starfish Spirit, Open to Infinite Possibility. And for group number 3, we have the Swan Spirit, Time for a Deep Dive. Now, I also want to make sure that you stay until the end of each reading with me, because what we're going to do at the end is you will have the opportunity to ask an urgent question that you would like an answer to regarding this love, regarding this connection, and we're going to get you the answer. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with group number 1. All right, my beautiful group number 1 that chose the Stag Spirit. Let's see what your person is thinking about you today, and we're going to get started with a powerful affirmation from Spirit to support you on this journey, group number 1, and that is, I love my decision. So a wonderful reminder from Spirit to step into your power, to be decisive, and as you make these choices, to move forward, right? As you make these choices that are going to come down the path of manifestation, love them because they come from you, right? Love your decisions. They come from you. They come from Spirit and their guidance as well. All right, so let's get into what your person thinks of you today, group 1, and make sure you stay until the end of the reading with me, because you will have the opportunity to ask your one most urgent question, and we're going to get you an answer. So let's get started here. We have for you, group number 1, we have 6 of Inspiration. We have Death. Wow. And we have the Queen of Inspiration. And we have the Star. Okay. So really beautiful energy coming through here. The inspiration in this deck is the Suit of Wands. Okay, so a lot of Wands energy coming through here. I really feel like one of the things your person is definitely thinking about you is how much passion they have for you, okay? With the 6 of Wands, this Queen of Wands, okay? They see you as somebody who is incredibly dynamic. They see you as somebody who is very bold, and in fact probably much more bolder than they are themselves. Okay, so one of the things that they look up to you, I'm really getting an energy here of them looking up to you, group 1. There's a sense of them seeing you as almost somebody who is out of their league, okay? And that's not to say that you are out of their league. It's more about the way that they are thinking about you, right? It's the way that they are envisioning or the image that they have of you at this time. So with this beautiful stars energy, I feel like your person really does see you as a rock star. They see you as a superstar in your life, in what you do and how you are, the way you present yourself, the way you move in the world. There's something about you that is very captivating to your person. I'm also getting the energy that it's almost like when you walk into the room, their eyes just go straight towards you, right? There's this quality that you have. There's this energy that you emanate that they very much identify with. I feel like there is that energy of that sense of like synchronicity, you know, like when you just feel like, you know, this is your person. They walk into the room and you're like, oh my gosh, this is my person. This is how they think of you. Okay, there's something about you that stands out. There's something about you that is incredibly different than anybody else out there. Okay, there's a definite energy, an energy that is very complementary, an energy that is very dynamic, that they want to kind of be a part of. Okay, there's something about you. I feel like they also almost see you as somebody who is very fascinating and who takes a certain kind of a leadership role in life, right? With this Queen of Inspiration, it's like they see you as somebody who is not afraid to go out there and go after what you want. They think also very highly of you, and they're very inspired by you because they see that you are not as afraid of failure as they are. I feel like they have a little bit of a sense of like, they may be a little bit more indecisive. They may be a little bit more conscious or self-conscious about putting themselves out there. And one of the things that they look up to so much about you, one of the things that they love about you is that you do put yourself out there, that you are willing to put yourself out there, and that you're okay if things don't go right. Like, you know how to course correct. You know how to deal with either disappointment or things not going your way. There's this sense of that they feel that they really think about you. There's this sense of like they feel like when you're around, things will be okay. And I feel like you're a very soothing presence to this person, because I feel like they tend to be a little bit kind of up in their self-consciousness. I feel like there's a little bit of a lack of confidence that they have. They may not show this outside to the world. In fact, I feel like for many of you, and take this as it resonates, for many of you, I feel like this person, they may show bravado to the world, right? Like they may actually be like an alpha energy, right? Like they may be somebody who acts like they're the center of attention. They may be somebody who acts like they take control, or they like to dominate, or they like to, be the star themselves. But I feel like it's their defense mechanism. Okay, like inside, they are not as self-confident as they may portray themselves to be on the outside. And so they've kind of realized that in a way they're, kind of putting on a performance. But what they love about you is that you're actually the real thing. You're not the performance. You're the real thing. And so with the Six of Inspiration, they very much want to take this connection forward. They want to, step by step, kind of earn your trust. They want to win over your heart, but they also know that it's not going to be easy. They're very much thinking that they know that they're going to have to work to earn your trust. I feel like they understand that you are not going to just give your heart away and your trust away to just anyone. So one of the things that they're realizing is that they need to win your trust. They need to prove to you that they are somebody who is going to actually stay, who is not going to leave at some point, because we're getting this death energy. So I feel like there's definitely something here about a fear of an ending, a fear that they will lose you, or feel that this relationship will end at some point. So it's almost like this energy of like, I don't want this to end. If it already has, or if you're in some sort of no contact situation right now, I feel like there may already have been some sort of an ending, but your person is seeing you in such a positive way. So for those of you who are in no contact, you are still very much on their mind. They are really thinking and rethinking and like really processing and going over all of the things about you that were different, that were special, that they did not appreciate until it was too late. So if you are in a struggle or no contact, they also want to transform this relationship. They want a new beginning with you. Okay, they are plotting, they are figuring out how to do this. They're figuring out, though, I feel like for some of you, if there has been an ending, this person is trying to figure out exactly what to even say to get you back with the Six of Inspiration. They're trying to figure out, is there anything that they can say? Is there anything that they can do to get you back? Okay, to get this relationship back. Yeah, see? Interesting. So see, I feel like there was definitely some sort of a power struggle in this relationship that is coming through. And that may be one of the reasons why for those of you in either separation or no contact, there was definitely some sort of a power struggle. As I'm saying, there was definitely some sort of a discrepancy between like you being the real deal, like you truly being in your power, you knowing who you are, and you acting from a spirit of self-confidence and of a knowing and of a spiritual expansion, versus them acting more from that ego, right? So I feel like their self-confidence, if this is somebody who is one of those people who likes to kind of walk into a room and be that center of attention, or be kind of like walk into the room and be like more of that dominating presence, again, it is more from the ego, and it is more a mask of their own insecurities. I feel like this person is trying to, show their power. They show their power in order to make up for their weakness, not because they truly are powerful. And I feel like this is something that they've been thinking and rethinking, because they feel that that is the mistake that they made in this connection. Maybe there was a power struggle. Maybe they came on too strong. Maybe they became a bit too pushy or a bit too opinionated. I'm getting the energy that maybe they wanted things to be their way, like they wanted you to conform to their opinions to a certain extent, right? They felt, and they do still feel, a very, very deep spark with you. There's a definite amount of chemistry here that is very, very powerful between the two of you. I feel like your person, that this is why, if there's a struggle or separation, they don't want this to end. Like they want to start things back up with you, or they are looking to figure out how to continue to build this spark with you, because there's just a tremendous amount of chemistry here between the two of you. And because we're getting, and I'm not surprised, because we're getting so much Wands energy, right? There's a lot of passion here that they feel for you. And you guys may kind of even have this kind of a love-hate relationship because of that, And I'm not saying that you hate each other, but in that sense of like, you may have so much passion between the two of you, so much chemistry between the two of you, that you may argue or fight, but then making up is all that much sweet. Sometimes we have those kind of dynamics where it's like very, very exciting because the spark is there, this chemistry is there, and you may butt heads, and you may actually, to some extent, without realizing it subconsciously, you may enjoy that butting of the heads because you love and enjoy that coming back together, that making up energy. Because see, we're getting also a lot of growth here, blossoming and spark. Look at how beautiful and green these cards are. They're very much about this relationship blossoming, growing, becoming more and more beautiful, becoming more and more solid, right? In its a sense of expansion in its sense of, with this death card, the sense of transformation. And we're also getting more of that kind of green, very fertile, right? There's a fertility, there's a sense of like growth, like things that are blossoming, that are blooming, that are growing. That's the energy, and that comes from that chemistry and that passion. Battle of the Blues, take steps towards positive change. So that's the other thing that your person is definitely thinking about you, is that they want a positive change. Okay, they want things to positively change between the two of you. There's definitely been, again, we're getting that energy with the battle and the power here. That tells me that there's definitely been some sort of power struggles, right, that have gone on here. Definitely power struggles. So let's take a look at what they wish to do next. So if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. You have no idea how powerful you are when you do that. You're really helping me, a single mom, put my older boy through college and getting ready to put my younger one as well. So we all just really thank you from the bottom of our hearts for subscribing. And if you can, also please go ahead and click that like button, the thumbs up button, because that also really helps us in the YouTube algorithm. Let's take a look at, yeah, see, I'm definitely getting that there is an energy here of your person not wanting to run anymore, okay? Because I feel like for some of you, there's definitely been a bit of a running energy, because we're getting, right, divine masculine energy here. And I feel like they are tired of running away from love. Okay, there's a resistance to running that is coming here that I actually think is really, really good. And I feel like it comes from this battle for power. I feel like this is something that your person is very much thinking through right now, is that why is it that they tend to choose power over love? Okay, that's the energy I'm getting. Like in the past, your person has had a hard time really giving up their heart to love. Okay, really opening up their heart to real love, letting it blossom, right? Whenever they feel a spark, when they felt a spark in the past, they've had a hard time letting it blossom into love. This is a lesson that I think Spirit has been trying to teach them again and again. But I feel like until they met you, they weren't willing or ready to learn that lesson. And I feel like now, in this connection with you, they are finally understanding the importance of letting go of that sense of needing power, of that battle for power, that power struggle that keeps love away from them or makes them lose love. So this is why I feel like they are no longer wanting to run away from love by being too into getting their ego gratified. Okay, they don't want to run anymore. They've run for a very long time, and it's almost like they have used this idea of, you know, I'm going to hide behind my ego. I'm going to, you know, engage in these kind of weird power struggles in order to keep love in its place, like in order to keep love just where I feel that it is comfortable for me, so I don't have to risk anything. I think this person has been utilizing that resistance to not take risks and put their heart out there because they are afraid of their heart being broken. So this is why I feel like now they are really ready for a different outcome. Okay, special message here from the divine masculine energy, right? Divine masculine is ready for a different outcome, for an outcome of the actual sparking and blossoming of love, not of them running towards their ego and running towards their power. So that is really, really beautiful. To me, that shows that this death, this transformation energy is really, really significant. Okay, So look at that. Between now and the next 11 months, there's going to be a lot of very significant transformation in this connection. All right, so now let's go ahead and get your most urgent question answered. So group one, what is the question about this connection that is on your mind? Spirit, can you please give us an answer for group one's question? There's something better. Okay, that is your answer. So let me know what you thought in the comment box below if you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of the oracle decks that I've created for you and used in this reading. All of the links are in the box below. Thank you so much for being here. See you all on the next one. All right, my beautiful group two that chose the starfish spirit. Let's see what your person is thinking about you today. So we're going to get group two started here with a powerful affirmation from Spirit to support you on this journey. I attract healthy, loving relationships. I attract healthy, loving relationships. Wonderful reminder from Spirit that you are exactly in the right place at the right time. You are attracting more and more healthy, loving relationships. We need to keep that always in the forefront of our mind, body, and spirit, and keep us because it really does keep us in that high vibrational state. Beautiful. All right, so let's get started with your tarot here. We have the Strength card. We have Two of Emotions or Two of Cups. Beautiful. We have the Five of Emotions or Five of Cups. Interesting. And we have the Awakening. So for many of you, there may have been some sort of an ending here, or there is some sort of a no contact situation. That is for some of you, not for everybody. But whether or not you are in a separation or a no contact, or whether you are currently in the relationship, in the connection, but are maybe struggling, either way, the one thing that your person is truly thinking about you at this time is how much they love you and how much they really want to transform this relationship, or to have a reinvention of what this relationship means to both you and them. Okay, there's a very strong energy coming here from this Awakening, which is the Judgment card, right? There's something here where your person has awakened, and that awakening or that deeper understanding of the fact that maybe they took you for granted, that they did not appreciate you when you were there, especially if you are gone right now, like if you are not in this person's life. For some of you, I'm definitely getting some sort of a ghosting energy, okay? With this Five of Cups, this Five of Emotions, there is definitely some sort of a ghosting energy here where people are not talking, people are not communicating. But the thing is, whether or not you are actively talking or communicating, you are definitely in each other's hearts. Two of Emotions, Two of Cups. Okay, so your person is thinking of you constantly. They are loving you. They are thinking about all of the good times that you had. They have memories, okay? They are really full of tears. There's a lot of crying, okay? Whether they want to show it, they probably aren't showing it to anybody, but whether they want to admit it or not, there is a tremendous amount of grief, remorse, regret on whatever has happened here. You are constantly in their heart, you are constantly in their mind, you are constantly in their energy, okay? whatever has happened here has really made them feel like all of the strength within them has just come out, as in like very diminished in their strength. Okay, they feel right now they feel very weak, and I feel like that's something that they are almost like I would say ashamed of at this time. Like this is somebody who is used to being a strong person. This is somebody who is used to at least showing the world that they are a very strong person. Maybe they are very stubborn. They are very strong-willed. They kind of pride themselves on being like a very fearless, strong, aggressive, maybe very assertive, very influential person with the Strength card. I feel like they are used to showing a certain level of strength in the world. They are not somebody who wants to show their weakness. They're not somebody who would ever want to show that they are struggling, right? Even if they are inside, but they really are very, very much struggling. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to do other things, like, again, I feel like with this judgment, it's almost like they are, if you've been in separation or no contact, I feel like what they're trying to do to not suffer through this 5 of Cups energy, which they are anyway, but to kind of try to diminish the effects of this 5 of Cups energy, I feel like they are trying to reinvent themselves in the outside world, as in they might be trying to take on new hobbies or trying to meet new people, like not necessarily romantically, but more like be around other people so that they can kind of show their strength, so that they kind of like, fight back these tears. Like they may be out there seeming very active. You may look on their social media and they're like out doing, they're dancing, they're skiing, whatever, they're, running, they're hiking, they're, doing, whatever, tennis, this, that, they're doing all these things. But I feel like the reason they're doing these things is to stay away from that deep despair, right? Like the more, I'm getting an energy of them being very busy. Okay. So they're trying to make themselves very, very busy so they don't feel the deep despair and pain that they feel of whatever has been going on here between the two of you, because this 2 of Cups tells me that they have not at all forgotten about you, right? That you are substantially and always part of their energy. And it's almost like for some of you, I'm getting the energy that they've been trying to forget you. Okay, they're trying to forget you. They're actively, with this judgment energy, I feel like it's like a dual energy. There's a one part of them that through this judgment energy that is actively trying to forget you, or that has been trying to forget you by keeping themselves super busy and making themselves look very strong out in the world. And then but what it's doing is that it is trying to mask the energy underneath it, which is the energy of judgment and wanting or desiring to renew the relationship, right? So like in their deep desire is to fix things with you, to have a rebirth with you, but because they can't, or they haven't allowed themselves to feel that yet, they're trying to cover it up. They're trying to cover it up, to cover up their emotions by trying to get over you. Okay. Interesting, right? We're getting this 1 ring circus. So that's that same energy of trying to be like your own little island. Okay. Wow. Very interesting. Okay. So we're getting this same energy of there's something here that needs to be released. Okay. Right now, what they're thinking about is the ways in which they may have released this connection without actually wanting to, or they may have released this connection. Again, I'm getting that ghosting energy. So this release of this connection may have been very abrupt. It may have come out of nowhere. It may have been something unexpected, right? And that is another reason why I feel like they're very much reeling. Their emotions are all over the place. They are reeling from whatever was this release or this ending, if there was an ending. And that is why with this 1 ring circus, like they are so focused on themselves right now. They're so focused on themselves because they don't know what else to do. This pain that they're going through is really making them focus only on themselves right now. right? They feel like they're trying to reestablish some sort of a trust within themselves. And I feel like they also know that they have lost your trust in some way, right? Like that's something that is hitting them really, really hard as well with that Five of Cups energy. There's some sense of trust that has been lost, and a desire to regain that trust again. And I feel like it has, whatever they were doing, okay, whatever brought this up for them really had to do with some sort of a childhood wound, okay? It has to do with that part of them that is still a wounded child. That's something that has not been healed in their past. And that may be the reason why right now they are silent. I feel for many of you, this person is silent right now. Okay, you may not be getting any communication from them. You may be getting it in the 5D, like you may be feeling their energy. You may be feeling their presence in your life or in your vibration at that energetic level, but they may be in the material world or in the 3D, they may be silent at this time, right? You may not be getting actual words from them. And the reason for this is, again, I feel like they are in such deep pain over what has happened between the two of you that they are solely focused on themselves, and again trying to do things to keep their mind occupied because they don't know what else to do with themselves at this time. And trust has a really big part to play here. There's something here where they are so afraid of the trust that they have lost, okay, as in that they have lost your trust in some way, and they don't know how to step up and gain that trust back. They don't know what it is that they need to do. They don't know if they even have the strength to do it. Interesting. Okay, so there's just a lot of pain here. There's a lot of pain. And oftentimes when we are wallowing in that pain, we are not seeing the solution in front of us, you know, like what needs to be done, what needs to be said. But at least I feel that one of the good things here is that there is an awakening here that is taking place. Okay, there is a definite awakening. So let's take a look at what they wish to do next. What are the future energies here? And if you haven't already, please do go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I mean, you have no idea how powerful you are. When you do that, you're literally helping me, a single mom, put my older son to college and also prepare my little one to go to college as well. So all three of us, we really do thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your support. Yeah, see? So we've definitely have this continuing kind of energy of, you know, them having been in denial about their emotions. And interesting, we're getting family under children here. So same thing. I feel like this has very much to do with their family situation, whether in the past or currently. People who are around them, people who are influencing them or have influenced them in the past. That's a big one. Yeah, see, I really feel that your person is very deeply experiencing the loss, okay? The loss of this relationship or this connection. It is so devastating for them, okay? Because we're getting this is very similar to the Five of Cups energy again, okay? And I'm also getting very strongly here that they, in whatever is going on between the two of you, whether it is an actual separation, loss, or struggle, they feel that they are losing their identity as well, that they feel that the two of you with this Two of Cups, that this relationship gave them or helped them to establish an identity that they were proud of. You know, like there was something so deeply moving, so deeply loving and wonderful and amazing about this connection with you. It gave them a sense of place. It gave them a sense of home. It made them feel like they are somebody in the world. You know, your love, the love they felt for you, made them feel like they are someone in the world. They didn't realize how much it actually helped their identity to be stronger. It helped their identity to move forward. And they had a pride about that. You know, like they were proud that they were in this relationship with this amazing person, you. They wanted to show you off to the world. Like they enjoyed showing the fact that they landed you. Like, oh my gosh, look, I landed this person. Wow. You know, I want to show that off because you're amazing. So they had this sense of like, my identity, who I am, how I feel about myself, how I feel about where I'm going in life is so good with this Two of Cups. So right now, in going through this Five of Cups energy, this deep sense of loss, there's even a sense of them denying, like, you know, they're trying to repress, you know, repress that pain. They're trying to deny that pain. And it's interesting because I do feel that this is a confirmation from spirit that yes, your person may seem very, very busy on the outside, right? They may seem like they're just doing a million things, but that is the clear indication that they are in denial. They are repressing their true emotions. They're trying to repress the loss that they feel, or that sense of deep heart pain that they feel. But I do feel that they are looking to create some sort of a space for them to come back, for them to have a conversation with you. They're trying, because again, remember we said that with that awakening, that judgment energy, the other part of that energy is them wanting to renew this relationship, to bring it back to life, or to transform it into something that you are happy with. And they know that they need to create a sacred space in order to do so. They know that they need to create a space for a conversation, for a dialogue, for communication to open up. Okay, so they are looking to create that space. But also just know that there is something here that is a continuing energy. So they may have some sort of a family issue. They may have a family that is too influential on them, or that is watching them, or that is trying to influence them in some way currently, or it's some sort of a family or childhood wound issue that has made them kind of behave this way in the first place, that has made them this way. Okay, so that's something to be aware of about this person as you move forward with them. But they're definitely looking to create some sort of a space for this connection to change. Look at this, we're getting Wednesday. So okay, that is fast moving energy. Okay, so you may hear from them on a Wednesday, just saying. Or it may just indicate that this is faster moving energy. It's funny, I always read all of your comments, even though I'm not able to respond to all of them, but just know that when you comment, it means so much to me. I do read each and every one. And I think one of you had commented last week that I had said that this person is gonna reach out to you, you're gonna get a message from them. And thank you so much for sharing that you said that they did, and they did message you, and it was true. And it actually happened, and you were so happy. So I'm really, really happy to see that. All right, so now is your chance to ask your most urgent question, group 2, on this connection, and we're going to get an answer. So Spirit, can you please answer group 2's question? What is the question on group 2's mind? And Spirit's answer is yes. Beautiful. All right, so thank you so much for being here. Make sure you leave me a comment if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, or order any of the oracle decks that I've created and used in this reading. All of the links are in the box below. All right, I'll see you all on the next one. My beautiful group 3 that chose the Swan Spirit, let's find out what your person is thinking of you today. We're going to get you started here with a powerful affirmation from Spirit for our group 3. My twin flame and I deeply understand each other. Okay, so it doesn't have to be twin flame. You can even just put my person, my beloved, and I deeply understand each other. This is a beautiful affirmation to put out there about love, understanding, openness, right? And really giving each other that chance, that benefit of the doubt. That's always a good thing to have. So let's go ahead and get started here. What is your person thinking about you today? We have the Page of Inspiration, which is the Page of Wands. We have the Knight of Emotions, which is the Knight of Cups. We have the Muse of Voices. Interesting. This is a new deck I'm using, and this one came out horizontal. Very interesting. And we have the Seven of Inspiration, or the Seven of Wands. So we're getting a lot of energy here of inspired action. Okay, we're getting energy here of your person thinking of what ways can they take inspired action towards you and this connection, okay? Whether that is through communication, whether that is through making an actual offer, coming to you, offering you something, right? Because there's a lot of energy here of what needs to be decided, okay? Decision making, action taking. I'm loving this combination here because there's so much energy of passion, emotion, taking a decision, and then taking action upon that decision. Even if you are afraid, even if they are afraid, because I feel that one of the things that they're thinking about you very deeply right now is that they have definitely been on their guard in this relationship, okay? They may have been a little bit too much on their guard, okay? Because I feel like with this Seven of Wands energy, we have this sense of, you know, I need to stand my ground. I need to be a bit more protective of who I am. I need to hide a bit from the world. See, look at this figure right here. They have their arms outstretched, and then they have their hair over their face. So this is a very guarded, this is a very stay away from me. I'm going to hide. I'm not going to show my face. I'm not going to be vulnerable. I'm stubborn on top of it. I have a conviction here. Okay. And what I also find interesting is that there is this beautiful star and this beautiful sunlight that is right behind this person's back, but they are unable to see it because they have, you know, put that veil of their hair over their face, because they are turning their back to hope. They're turning their back to opportunity. So I feel like your person definitely is kicking themselves right now in terms of what they're thinking about you, is that to a certain extent in this relationship, in this connection, they have definitely turned their back to the greater opportunity of what they can have here with you. There was so much positivity here. That star really does represent all of the potentiality, that which could have happened, how beautiful this relationship could be if it could come into full manifestation, if it can come into full fruition of what the potential of it is. So I feel that your person is right now thinking very clearly and has realized in that sense that they, to a certain extent, have turned their back on the opportunity of having something really, really big. And the reason for that is this Muse of Voices energy, right? This is the King of Swords. the King of Swords. I don't know why I was forgetting the word sword. It is the King of Swords energy. So this is the energy sometimes of you know, King of Swords energy can be a little bit opinionated, can be a little bit, you know, in its more darker qualities. This is an energy that can be a little bit more cold, a little bit more distant, believes in being a little bit more detached, because there's, you know, a fear of the vulnerability that comes from the Knight of Cups, right? So this is also a slower moving energy, but it's okay because it's the energy of somebody who is coming into their emotions, it's the energy of someone who is understanding their emotions better. And it may take them longer than other people. They may not rush into their emotions, but they're definitely moving forward with an offer that is more slow and steady. Okay, so this is what your person is thinking, is that they want to make you this offer because up till now they really have been in their head. They may have been a little bit more colder, a little bit more detached. I feel like they feel a lot more than they show. Okay, and I feel like they think that they're fooling people by the fact that they don't show their true feelings, but they haven't fooled you at all. Okay, I feel like they're understanding now that you have been able to see through them. You've been able to see through their defenses. They may have acted cold. They may have tried to act detached from the situation. They may have even given you they may have given you the sense that, you know, almost kind of like they don't care. Okay, if it works out, it's great. If it doesn't, oh well, like, you know, I'm all right. Like, they may have given you this very kind of nonchalant, I'm in control. You know, if this doesn't work out, that's fine with me. A very kind of very guarded, I'm so cool. There's a coolness here that is coming through. I'm like a cool cat here. I'll be okay either way. I'll land on my feet whether this works out or not. But what that was masking was the fact that they did have deep emotions here. Okay, they have deep emotions here. They have very deep passion here for you that they are now wanting to communicate to you. Page of Inspiration, Page of Wands. Okay, they feel and they know that they have not been able to communicate the depth of the passion that they feel. They also feel that their words have really failed them, that they have not communicated with you in words that make sense. Okay, again, because they tend to be a little bit in that colder energy, I feel like they also, your person very much kind of struggles to find the right words to say. They struggle to find the right words to access their emotions, right? So oftentimes, like, they may come across as a little bit more brusque. They may come across as a little bit more blunt, even when they're trying to speak their emotions. So they also tend to have a tendency of being very cutting or biting with their words, you know. So when they feel wounded or when they feel hurt, they tend to lash out with their words, and their words can be very biting. Their words can really feel like they cut you down. You know, this is something that they have realized that they need to work on, and what they're really focused on at this time is how to decrease the biting words, how to decrease that kind of roughness. There's a bit of a rougher energy, like they're not able to give gentle words. They're not able to use more gentle, more thoughtful, more caring words in the way that they communicate with you and even with other people. So they have come to realize that that is not serving them. It is not helping them. It is really alienating you, right? That when they are truly wanting to express their real emotions, they tend to say things that can put you off. They tend to say things that can make you feel like you want to run away from them rather than run towards them. And they have realized this. So they also realize that that comes from a bit of an immaturity. It's a skill, this communication skill that is not yet fully developed within them. You know, again, when we get this Page of Wands energy, this is definitely somebody who is still learning, somebody who is still, you know, a little immature in the way that they express their emotions to you, in the way that they express their thoughts and their feelings. You know, this is also the energy of somebody who is easily is a little bit sensitive, you know, because they hide those emotions. They kind of they can be a little bit of like very raw. And so when somebody says things to them that hurts them, they also tend to, you know, almost, I'm getting the image of a porcupine, like, you know, like they tend to, you know, hit back, or they tend to, you know, have this protective mechanism of all these needles that will, you know, kind of, you know, hurt you back. So this is something that they also have realized that is not serving them and is not serving you, and is not really helping with the relationship. So this is why I'm not surprised we're getting this vigilance with this wide open, see, surrender, beautiful, and celebration. Okay, so the other thing that your person is thinking of you about, or about you at this time, is that they feel like this, a little bit of what attitude that they have had, or a bit of the way that they have behaved, has actually taken some of the happiness and joy out of the relationship. Okay, they realize that at some point they've kind of acted like a killjoy. They don't mean to. They don't mean to deflate the party. Like, you know, they don't mean. I don't know why Spirit is giving me that phrase. Like, they don't mean to deflate the party. They don't mean to deflate people's good spirits, or they feel that in the past, maybe like when you've been really happy or when you've been very excited about something, they've inadvertently, without meaning to, said something to kind of burst your bubble or to like deflate your joy, and they feel bad about that. They feel that they should not have done that, and sometimes they just can't help themselves. I feel like there's the way they communicate, especially because they tend to, I'm getting this energy also that they tend to sometimes be a bit on the negative side, even though, again, they don't want to be this way. But that is where that comes from. I feel that they have had a lot of things go wrong in their life, and so your person has developed into an adult that almost expects the worst in a situation. They never expect the best. They always expect things to go wrong, and then they're always kind of like preparing themselves for the worst case scenario. And I feel like that is what life experience has taught them. They also are thinking that they should not do that. They are trying to change that about themselves, but it is hard to change those patterns, especially if they've been, you know, coming from your childhood experiences and lessons that are learned. But they've also realized that when they do that, they are kind of killing the joy, right? Like, they are approaching life from the glass half empty instead of the glass half full perspective. And they know that you want them to look at it more from that glass full. So I feel like they're also thinking, how can they bring the joy and the celebration back into your connection? They want to let go and have fun with you, because they've realized that they tend to sometimes be a bit of a little bit of a downer sometimes, like, you know, as in always kind of looking at the worst case scenario, sometimes, you know, kind of taking the negative mindset or the negative perspective, always waiting for the other shoe to drop, that kind of energy. And they realize that that has also brought down the energy of your connection, and that is not something that is going to really work well for this connection to succeed. And that is why they're also, you know, they realize that they also have to be very vigilant about, you know, their sense of sometimes, you know, adopting the negative, or sometimes being, you know, bursting your bubble or bursting other people's bubbles. And they also know that they have to be vigilant about the fact that sometimes they turn their back to opportunity, right? Out of fear, out of, oh no, you know, again, that worst case scenario thinking, right? Like, oh no, you know, this opportunity can't be real because, you know, how can it be that great? You know, I've never seen anything turn out to be that great, right? Something always goes wrong. There's a bit of this something always goes wrong, and therefore it's better to turn your back towards it. But I feel like they are really coming out of that. They don't want to be this way anymore. They're trying to do that by being more vigilant and being more conscious of their own actions, their own thoughts, and how they communicate that to you. It is going to require that. I think they've also come to the realization that in order to, you know, save this relationship, if it's been in struggle, or in order to win you back, if you're in a no contact or a separation, they're going to have to be very conscious, very vigilant of their behavior. They're going to have to change these patterns. They're going to have to keep themselves very open to change. They're going to have to adopt a new mentality, a new mindset for that change. I also think that with this wide open, they are really ready to fully open up, to fully open up to you, to fully open up to surrendering to this love, surrendering to this relationship in a way that they really never have before. Not even with anybody else, even though it may feel that it is not just with you. I feel like they have never fully been able to open themselves up and to surrender to real love before. I think they carry a lot of that, again, glass half empty, a little bit of that struggle. And I think part of the reason for that, and this is something that they think about very often when it comes to you, especially because I feel like you have been a real catalyst for change for your person. They feel that there's something about you that is inspiring them to be a better person, to be a better partner, to be a better human being. And I think one of the things that they have struggled with the most is that sense of surrendering to something that is bigger than themselves, surrendering to a love that is more magnificent, surrendering to a love that is so much bigger and juicier and more amazing than they could have ever imagined. And I feel like that has been one of the things that has kept them in that struggle, that has kept them in that Seven of Wands struggle, is that it takes a lot of courage, right? It takes a lot of belief, a lot of trust that all will be well, that things will work out. You must have that courage in order to truly surrender. And I feel that in their thoughts of you, they are coming to that realization that it is now or never, that either they surrender to this love, they surrender to this connection and have faith and trust that all will be well, or lose it forever. And that is why they want to keep themselves open. They want to finally be wide open to receive. And look at this. Oh my gosh, I just realized this. Guys, look at this reversal here. Oh my gosh. I love this. Look how this person, we were saying before, has their back turned to opportunity, love, light, and hope. And now this person is facing, right? They have faced the other way. They are opening themselves up wide to opportunity. They're not turning their backs anymore like this person is right here. What a beautiful, oh my gosh, amazing two cards to come up to show us your person's evolution, right? Their now willingness to turn around and face their fears. But as they are facing their fears, they're also turning around to face the opportunity, to let the opportunity of loving you, of being with you into their life and into their heart, through also celebration, not cutting it down, not negating it, not saying negative things, not expecting the worst case scenario, but in fact, instead celebrating what is possible and what is in front of them through their connection with you. So let's take a look at what they wish to do next, and stay with me until the end because we're going to get you timing as well as the answer to your question. So this would be a great time to go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. You have no idea how powerful you are, because when you do that, you're literally helping me put my older boy through college. I'm a single mom. I know we have a lot of single moms in our community. You guys rock. And you're helping me to also prepare to put my second boy through college as well. So all three of us, we are just so appreciative for all of you. I always tell them what's going on with you guys, what's going on in the readings, and just they're part of this. And so I just want you to know how grateful they are as well. They're just as grateful as I am to all of you. Wow. Oh my gosh, look at this. Fresh start union. Oh my gosh, look at this. balance. Oh, this is just so beautiful. I love it. Okay, see, I am not surprised. So see, this I feel really does represent that your person, in their thoughts of you, they are recognizing so deeply how much they have deceived themselves in life. They've really, I feel, until they fell in love with you, until they connected with you, I really do feel that they were deceiving themselves into playing small when it comes to love. They were deceiving themselves as saying, you know, I'm okay, I'm all right, you know, I don't have to have this passionate, deep love connection. I don't have to have him, I'm all okay. But they're now thinking very deeply about the fact that they were just lying to themselves. That the reason why they were lying to themselves that way is because they were out of balance. And now being with you, loving you, is bringing them back to balance. It's helping them to balance their energies so they can surrender, so that they can turn around and, you know, fully lovingly embrace that love, that union. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Fresh start and union. Reconciliation for those of you who may be in struggle or separation. Eternal love. Your time has come. New opportunity. Release the past. This is your second chance. This is so beautiful. This is all about, this reading, group 3, has really been all about your person thinking that it is absolutely time for them to finally release the past and accept this new opportunity, this beautiful opportunity they have for this love with you. I just love it. See, so between now and the next 9 months, this relationship is really taking off. It's just going to deepen. It's going to find more balance, more love, more harmony, more understanding. It is just going to grow and grow. All right, so now if you'd like to go ahead and think about the question that you would like to ask. What is your most urgent question about this connection? Spirit, can you please give us your answer for group 3? Well, okay, 2 of them came out, so let's choose a new direction in perfect timing. So they both came out. I felt them both. So you have 2 answers here. See which one or both works for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of the oracle decks that I've created and used in this reading, all of the links are in the box below. I will see you all on the next one.